Deficit hours at local reservoirs are on the chopping block. Details coming up.
If you live in the city of San Diego, look out for one of these in the mail. More on how you can vote against the new trash fee coming up.
Yolanda Marodi, who's accused of killing her wife, a CAL FIRE captain, was in court today. We'll show you what happened.
If you're planning to take the train to LA, your plans may get off track. I'm Abby Black, working for you on alternative routes to get to Orange County.
An environmental success story here in the San Diego Bay. How all of these reef balls are helping in many ways in this Earth 8 report.
The Padres host a once-in-a-lifetime experience for dozens of Little Leaguers. CBS 8 News live at 6 starts right now.
Some it's as high as, 4 or 5 days that people won't be able to access the lakes for any recreation.
We begin tonight with new concerns over access to open spaces across the city of San Diego, as Mayor Todd Gloria floats cutting operating hours at several lakes to help address the city's severe budget deficit. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee.
And I'm Anna Laurel in for Carla Chiquetto. The cuts are part of the mayor's budget proposal that he unveiled earlier this month. CBS 8's Shannon Handy shares what lakes could be impacted and what San Diegans are saying about the possible cuts.
The city of San Diego has 9 reservoirs that also operate as recreational lakes. Lake Murray is one of them and faces some of the biggest cuts, possibly going from being open 7 days a week to just 2.
I think we'll just have to go to the other side.
Debbie Anderson brings her grandkids to Lake Murray all the time. It's where they come to explore and enjoy nature, a place she hopes won't have limited access come next fiscal year.
We've been coming here for decades. I took my own kids here and now my grandkids, so I really would like to see it stay alive.
In an effort to trim $250 million from its budget, the city of San Diego is facing cuts across the board. In its proposed budget for 2026, Mayor Todd Gloria wants to slash the public utility department's overall reservoir recreation program by 20%. Right now, Murray and Miramar are open 7 days a week. The mayor is proposing cutting that down to 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, at a savings of just over $414,000. San Vicente and El Capitan could go from 5 days to 4. Otay, Sutherland, Hodges, and Barrett would transition from 3 days to 2 for the months they operate throughout the year. Total potential savings, $622,185.
So that's, kayaking or boating or people who are jet skiing at San Vicente.
Stephanie Benvenuto is a consultant with the Friends of San Diego Lakes. San Diego Reservoirs already underwent cuts back in 2019. She feels like adding more not only hurts visitors, but surrounding businesses as well.
So we're trying to just combat already that restricted access. Mm-hmm. There are also businesses that rely on the boating and fishing community and its patrons.
A city spokesperson tells CBS 8 while walkers and bikers may still access certain reservoirs, main parking lots and restrooms will be closed, as will recreational activities, and city employees won't be present. Stephanie explained Friends of San Diego Lakes understands certain things will be impacted, but they're hoping to avoid as many cuts as possible. The group is speaking with the mayor's office in hopes of finding a compromise, arguing the lakes provide a revenue resource.
Many of these lakes and the programs associated with the boating and fishing and water sports and all that have user fees attached to them. So there's a revenue that comes from those activities.
It's the greatest thing there is.
John Dawson is another avid visitor. He fishes at our reservoirs often and, like others, hopes to keep them open as much as possible.
I have had trips where I've taken a boat up to a lake and found out it was closed and ruined our whole day.
The final budget must be approved by June 10th. Shanna Handy, CBS 8.
Talk to you, sir. CHP, shut down the freeway.
Master, they got him on the right-hand shoulder.
We are seeing new video tonight of the harrowing moment when sheriff's deputies were able to rescue a child from the side of a freeway in Santee. This happened last month when a family reported an 11-year-old nonverbal autistic boy missing. Less than an hour later, an off-duty sheriff's dispatcher saw the child at an on-ramp to State Route 52 near Mission Trails Park and relayed the sighting. 2 deputies arrived and tried to reach the child, who then moved away and even hopped over that freeway guardrail. The deputies followed and were able to safely grab the child and get him off of the freeway without injury.
Thank God. The city of San Diego has been sending out notices alerting property owners of public hearings about a proposed fee on trash removal services that could go into effect this summer. Some say the flyer makes it difficult to send back a written-in protest.
We got the flyer at our household. CBS 8's Alex Cheney is working for you tonight, digging into what you need to know. He joins us live with what homeowners who received the flyer are saying and how the city is responding. Alex?
Yeah, that's right. Marcel, you received one of these. This is the flyer the city of San Diego is sending to every household in the city. It's 3 pages, double-sided, and on the back you can sign a written protest for your opposition and trash the trash fee.
Look at it, it looks like junk mail.
Dwayne Whitmire is a homeowner in Sorrento Mesa. He only noticed the trash flyer in his mail once a neighbor told him about it. He says it's not marked well enough and thinks the city is trying to get people to not respond.
By sending this flyer out saying, we're just going to charge you, and if you don't notice it, we're just going to give you a bill. And I think that's pretty clever of them to do that. I think it's sneaky. I think it's wrong.
Dwayne says he already pays for trash pickup in his property tax and says the city is trying to charge people twice for services they already receive.
I think they're double dipping. Our property taxes already indicate that there's already services there, and that's what it's been since it started.
California Prop 218 requires the city of San Diego to mail flyers to all affected people to impose a new fee. If a majority of property owners reject the fee, the city cannot enact it.
Basically, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And for heaven's sakes, don't fix it and then charge me for the fix.
One homeowner is urging recipients to send the written protest in. It must be signed with a name that is listed on your deed, whether that's your name or a trust. The protest must be mailed back in an envelope with a stamp you have to provide.
I would like to see every homeowner in San Diego fill out the form, get help from the city in terms of filling it out the way it should be filled out according to your home ownership, how your home ownership is labeled, and then get the form into the city in time so that we have more than 50% of homeowners voting against this.
The city of San Diego says the written protest can be mailed in or dropped off in person to the office of the city clerk. So look out for one of these in the mail. The deadline to return it is the same day as the upcoming public hearing on June 9th. Reporting live, I'm Alex Cheney, CBS 8.
Thanks, Alex. We'll see if people make their voices heard. All right.
A major disruption for train travelers heading north from San Diego County.
Starting today, passengers on Amtrak's Pacific Surfliner will find their journey interrupted by a 6-week construction project. CBS 8's Abby Black is working for you. She spoke with passengers who are now dealing with a complicated commute and explains the routes they can take instead.
Planning to head to LA from San Diego County, your plans may get off track. This busy rail corridor will be under construction for the next 6 weeks, and the train stops here in Oceanside. We're working for you on alternative routes you can take to get to Orange County and points north.
The Pacific Surfliner would normally continue north, but today dozens of passengers with luggage in tow had their journey interrupted here in Oceanside.
It was kind of a shocker, really, because I just got like an email over the weekend that they're just like, hey, your train was canceled.
For the next 6 weeks, passengers will need to board one of Amtrak's charter buses from Oceanside to Irvine, where they can continue their journey by train.
I always take the train. I go from Moore Park to Oceanside, Oceanside to Moore Park.
From Elevate 8, our drone shows that construction is already underway. Since 2022, our archives show that this area has seen multiple shutdowns due to landslides, including one this past January. Metrolink tells me that the state has dedicated $9 million to improve a 4-mile stretch of tracks.
The placement of large boulders referenced as riprap, and then eventually the removal of a pedestrian bridge, the Mariposa pedestrian path.
Here's what riders need to know. Amtrak is running 5 daily buses between Oceanside and Irvine. Oceanside departures are at 6:35 a.m., 8:25, 12:05, 4:30, and 8 p.m. From Irvine, buses leave at 7:25 in the morning, 11:25, 1:25, 6:25, and 9:25. Each bus ride adds about 30 minutes to your normal travel time.
I just went on the Amtrak website and they had the detailed timetable and I was able to access it there.
Now, if you want to Skip the bus. You can drive 30 minutes north to San Juan Capistrano and board the Pacific Surfliner there, or continue 10 minutes further to catch Metrolink from Laguna Niguel.
We recognize that this is an incredible inconvenience to both Metrolink customers, Pacific Surfliner customers, but at the same time, we wanted to do this earlier in the calendar year so it's not affecting so much of the summer travel.
Metrolink estimates about 500 riders will be impacted daily, so planning ahead is crucial.
To better plan your trip and to review the new schedule during this closure, go to CBS8.com and click on the Help button. Working for you in Oceanside, Abby Black, CBS 8.
Thanks, Abby. And remember, if there's something you'd like us to look into, email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com.
A judge imposes a 3-year gun violence restraining order against a 20-year-old Carlsbad man. Alexander Papendorf was detained last year after federal agents discovered he talked online about committing a mass shooting with a teenage girl who then carried out a deadly shooting at her school in Wisconsin last December. Court documents reveal Papendorf admitted to FBI agents he discussed targeting a government building with explosives and guns. While no weapons were found in his possession, the judge cited the case's severity in extending the restraining order beyond the requested 2 years. A Ramona woman accused of killing her wife, CAL FIRE captain, was in an East County courtroom today for the first time since her arrest.
The hearing was supposed to focus on bail for Yolanda Marodi, but then there was a last-minute change of plans. CBS 8's Steve Price was there and joins us live from El Cajon with the details. Steve?
Marcella and Anna, Yolanda Marodi did not say anything in court today, and in a bit of a surprise, she showed up in a wheelchair for a hearing that didn't go nearly as long as we expected. The judge denied our request to show Yolanda Marodi's face in court today, but as you can see, she showed up in a wheelchair.
I understand we're here for a bail review. Please proceed.
Marodi is being held without bail, charged with murder, accused of killing her wife, CAL FIRE captain Rebecca Marodi. It happened February 17th at the couple's home in Ramona. According to an arrest warrant, a camera from the patio captured Rebecca Marodi running from her attacker, yelling, "Yolanda, please don't want to die." Yolanda responded, "You should have thought about that before." Yolanda was seen holding a knife with blood on her arm in the video footage.
Request to enter a not guilty plea to the charges, denial of any and all allegations.
At a court hearing last month, Yolanda Marodi appeared by video from a hospital room with a breathing tube in her nose. It's still not clear why she was hospitalized or in a wheelchair today. But at the last court hearing, the judge shared some gruesome details from the crime scene.
One of extreme violence with 34 stabbing or slashing wounds. Also, portions of this event were captured on video, seeing the victim running from the defendant, begging her to call 911.
Yolanda and Rebecca had been married for about 2 years, but according to the arrest warrant, about a week before the murder, Rebecca had told Yolanda that she was leaving her and ending their marriage. After the murder, Yolanda fled to Mexico and lived on the run there for about a month before the 53-year-old was arrested and brought back to the United States to face murder charges.
Anything further?
Yolanda Marodi's attorney was going to argue for bail to be set today, but changed her mind, so she'll remain behind bars. New court dates were set, including a preliminary hearing September 30th. And if Yolanda Marodi is convicted on all the current charges she is facing, Marcella and Anna, she could be looking at 25 years to life in prison.
Thanks so much, Steve Price, reporting live from El Cajon. An exciting chance for young baseball players to get a taste of the big leagues.
Plus, a high-speed crash caught on camera during a charity event.
And later, we'll introduce you to a local school's new tool to help kids focus on learning.